Hello and welcome to this week's assembly with me, Mr. Leonard, the Alster, looking good, and Vic, up you come, buddy. How's it going? Are you good? You're really good. Why are you really good? Because of it being a particular week, more of which he's absolutely right. It's been a particular week. It's been an awesome week. Now, I have got absolutely masses today. Absolutely masses. No production team today. They're busy doing other stuff, but Cummy is going to work his magic on all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something in a little bit of an odd order. And I'm going to start off with a message from Mrs. Bradley. And it says, a big shout out to everyone getting involved in Children's Mental Health Week. It's been amazing to see how everyone has expressed themselves today. It's so important to look out for our own well-being. Remember that moving forward as a school, we are focused on growing together and creating a culture of support and kindness where everyone feels that they can express who they are and what makes them unique. Fantastic message. I want to follow that up. It's okay not to be okay. It's fine not to feel, like anything's good. But what you need to do in those situations is you really need to talk and support each other and look after each other, which I know you'll do. I hope you've got a lot out of this week. This weekend, make time for you. Make time for what makes you happy, because what makes you happy will make your well-being be really good. So brilliant, absolutely superb, and more about Mental Health Week in a wee bit, because there's loads of mentions and shout-outs and stuff like that. Right, get the kids shout-out, please. God, blimey, these weigh a ton. There's loads of them. Right, a word. Sort your mouth out. A word about email etiquette. The title of the email is not where you write what the message should be about. Loads of you doing that. Put your message in the body of the email, not the blinking title. Right, anyway, and this is an example why. A shout out to Harry and 5CK on Wednesday. I forgot my bag and he found a banana? Anyway, done, Brand. At least I think it was Brand. Done. Okay, another one, exactly the same. Still, it's a nice one, so I'm going to read it out anyway. Shout out to Alfie for being the best brother in the world, from Freddie. Done. Okay, Rosie says, shout out to Mimi and Morag in 5CK and Kate and 5ML for being great friends when I came out of isolation. Nice one. And these are all the things that are good for our mental health. Okay, Maria says, I want to shout out Lavinia and Grace and ML for being the best friends ever and helping me when I need it and always being there. These are all lovely, lovely messages. Done. This one's from Harry. Could you give a shout out to Jack in AN, Brant in CK, Freddie in CK, and Ethan is the best. There you go, Ethan. Apparently, according to Harry, you are the best. Bobby, this makes no sense, but we do nonsense ones, so I'm going to do it anyway. Bobby says, riddle. If oranges are orange, are oranges orange or is orange orange? You tell me. Done, Bobby. Anyway, this one's from Mimi. Please can you give a shout out to Megan 5CK for being the funniest person in the world? And that's how it's written. Nice one. Okay, Taylor, shout out to Jay. Oh, you see, this is another one. You've done it at the top. So I'm not going to read them out if you do this. I'm not going to read them out. Compose your emails properly. You've been taught how to do it in computing. Shout out to Jay in 5CK and Daniel in 5AN and Harry in 5CK for being really good friends. Taylor, that's a lovely email, but write it properly. Okay, Emily says, a shout out to Libby and Sana in 5VT for being great friends. Done. Isabella says, please, could you give a shout out to Rosie and 5CK for looking out for me and a happy birthday to Amelia, Julia and Daisy for the 10th. We did that last week, but happy birthday anyway. Clayton says, please help me shout out to all the basketball players at Friday, even the people who didn't get into the final. That's a really good one because Year 5 did really well. And I think we've got a message from Mr. Proto about that. Yeah, we have. We've got a message from Mr. Proto about that. So that's a nice one, Clayton. Thank you. Sammy says, please can I shout out Lily, Jessica and Ella for encouraging me to take part in the speech contest. Thank you. More about the speech contest in a bit. Iona says, I would like to give a shout out to my best friend B for being the best friend ever. I would also like to shout out my friends Faye, Robin and Sophie. Done. Zaid, I'm not reading that. I'm not selling him. Zaid. So don't ask. As much as I want to from time to time. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Artie for being the best friend ever. Done. Alistair says, shout out to Miss Usher and Mr. Collister for being the best maths and English teachers ever. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. This one is a birthday. Now, I do the birthdays, but I'm going to read this one out because it's quite nice, because I think it's somebody's parent. And it says, this is from Caroline. She says, please could you give a shout out to Ella in 5 a.m. this Friday, as it is her birthday on February the 15th. Thank you, Karen. Well, that's done. And we'll double do it when we do the birthdays. Marvellous. Okay, this one's from Molly. Can I give a shout out to my class and my teacher for being the best, especially my friends? Done. And Molly's class is 6PH. Well done, 6PH. Okay, I blame you for your form tutor in year 5 for how brilliant you are. Yes, it was me. It's a joke. Okay, Ben says, now Ben, I'm going to read this one out. But if you're going to make a nomination to give someone a GCMS gold card, which incidentally you get absolutely nothing for, apart from a mention on the show, you need to say why. And you've not said why. I'm going to read it out anyway. Ben says, GCMS gold card for everyone in 5VT. Can we grant that one? I don't know. Okay, Luke. This makes no sense. Also a shout out for Miss Howitt and tell her to give me a silver card. Oh, well done, Luke, anyway. I'm sure Mrs. Howitt would give you a silver card if you did some work. Okay. This one's from Faye. I'd like to give a shout out to Mrs. Jury, my science teacher, for giving us amazing science experiments. They are fantastic. Loads of shout outs. And there's more. Because we've got staff ones galore. And I'm not even going to let you get these ones. Put that there. You can get the birthdays in a minute if you want. Okay, loads of staff shout outs. So I'm going to crack on. I'm not going to waste time. Mrs. Zoric says, hi, can I give a shout out to my maths class for working super hard on their arithmetic and their long multiplication? Thank you. Absolutely can. Miss Rutherford says, can we give a shout out to the Year 8 ambassadors for me, please? Of course. They are doing an awful lot in the background for the yearbook, student rewards, house points, well-being, and they're giving a heck of a lot of their time for this. Indeed, as we speak, I am recording this after school. They are all in a meeting. Keep it up, ambassadors. You are marvellous. This one from Miss Williams. Shout outs to 5CK Group 1 Tech class. Really impressed with the perspective drawings. And in particular, a big shout out to Bobby and Morag for their realistic drawings. 5AN for showing their kind and caring nature to support others around them. They've been using the zones of regulation to check in with each other, including me. My class, we've been doing that a lot as well. We've been doing lots of that. It's good. It's so nice to have such a considerate form class that is looking out for each other's well-being. That is spot on in this special week, isn't it? This one from Miss Usher. Shout out to my maths class, particularly Artie and Charlie, for always keeping me right. Brackets, basically proving me wrong all the time. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Miss Usher. Nice one. Now, I've got two from Mr. Veach here. First one. Shout out to all the pupils and staff involved in the speech competition. I was honoured to judge the Key Stage 3 speeches along with Mrs. Greaves. Some magnificent speeches and poems that were incredibly moving and showed what a passionate bunch of students we have at GCMS. Outstanding oracy skills. Heard good things about that. He then goes on to say, huge shout out to Mrs. Bradley for organising the Mental Health Week, and a shout out to Miss Smith too. Please, for always brightening up my day with a corridor smile and a joke. These small kinds of acts of kindness go a long way. Now, I'd like to echo that about Mrs. Bradley. Awesome job, Mrs. B. Very pleased with that. But I also like to say, I think we need to give a GCMS gold card to Miss Smith, who, as our acting head teacher, is doing the most awesome job. And where would we all be without her? I know certainly I'd be struggling. So that's a great shout, Mr. Veach. Mr. Curdy Smith says, shout out to all the Year 8 classes for their singing this week, especially 8MR for the stylish rendition of Sweet Home Chicago. Shout out to 6ND for their excellent performance of Three Little Birds. I was listening to this and I started singing along and I was in a different room. It was just brilliant. I'm playing ukuleles at the same time. Shout out to 780 and MR for fab drumming enjoyed by everyone on the Key Stage 2 corridor and in the school office. It's so good. The music here is so good. Absolutely fantastic. Miss Smith was commenting the other day how she was moved to tears by the Key Stage 2 choir. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, from Mr. Collister, big shout out to my Year 7 class for embracing Shakespeare and generally smashing this week out of the park. Also a massive well done to my Year 7 maths class for a level of resilience I could only dream of. They have come out swinging and tackled converting decimals, fractions and percentages. I am extremely proud of them and I couldn't be happier. Please keep it up. What a lovely message. Well done, you lot. This one's from Miss Nia. A big shout out to her Year 8 maths group who have continued to persevere and stay resilient through each lesson. Kind regards, Done. Mr. Bruddo, couple of shout outs from me. Coming back to basketball. Shout out to all the Year 5 pupils who went to Hoops for Help tournament last Friday. They all performed amazingly well and were a credit to the school. We have one team playing in next Friday's semi-final, and if they win that, they will play in front of 2,000 fans at half-time at the Eagles game. Wow. What an opportunity. Good luck, you guys. Shout out to the Year 8 football team who, despite defeat, showed a great amount of grit and determination during the recent match against St Mary's. And then finally, I would like to nominate you, Mr. Leonard, for this week's GCMS Gold Card. Your continued hard work is outstanding, especially getting the new school website together and supporting us with all our tech queries. Oh, Mr. Prudder, you are lovely. You are absolutely lovely. But it's a team effort. It's not me. It's a team effort. But thank you so much. It means an awful lot. Of course it means a lot. It means a lot to you as well. You know it does. Okay, here we go. We've got one from Mrs. Jobling, who teaches art with a silent F. Really? It's not funny. Anyway, Mrs. Jobling, big shout out to Mrs. Jobling's Year 7 textiles classes. Crazy how skilled they are, and the standard of the work they are creating is stunning. Next one is from Mrs. Good. Shout out to Mrs. Good Year 5 Maths Group. Brilliant independent learners. This one's from Miss Tompkins. Huge well done to those who entered the speech contest. The standard is so high that the judges have had a really hard time deciding. Winners will be announced in next week's show. Ooh. And on that note, a massive thank you to Miss Tompkins and all the other staff that have organised that. Absolutely brilliant. Superb. You get so much here. You're so lucky. Okay, this one is from Mrs. Proudlock. Well done to all the Year 6s who have taken part in this week's Norman Maths Quest. If you haven't seen it, look at the display board in Key Stage 2 corridor and talk to your maths teacher. A fantastic start from Miss Nia's class, who are the winners this week and have completed the first challenge. Look out for the next challenge on the quest, released on Monday. All exciting stuff. This Mrs. Proudlock showed me this. It's all awesome. Right, grab birthdays. Thank you. Make sure I don't miss anything. Right, I'm good. Yes, birthdays. Sweet your mouth out. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you and you. Get back. Don't get overexcited. Okay, number of birthdays. We have got quite a few today. Friday, we've got Evie in 7AT, Alfie in 5CK, Benji in 5AN, Etanya in 7MR, and Ashvik in 7MR. Happy birthday for today. It will be today when you are watching. Go home, eat cake, run around, go nutty. Haha. On Saturday, we've got just the one. That's Jake in 6ND. Happy birthday for then. On Monday, we've got Sophia in 8GT and Dylan in 8MO. Happy birthday to you guys. On Tuesday, we've got 3. That is Ella in 5AN, Amy in 7SM, and Anna in 6PH. Happy birthday to you. And then finally, on Wednesday next week, we have Robin in 6PH. All of you, I hope you have phenomenal birthdays. Excellent stuff. Okay, a little bit of a nag from me. Chromebooks. Can we please, with the cherry on the top, keep anything liquid away from our Chromebooks? We've had a couple of incidents where we've had to send Chromebooks back for repairs where they've been in a bag with a water bottle, and 3 guesses what's happened. Accidents happen, but there's a lot of things we can avoid. No contact, please. Your Chromebook and liquid, please don't do it. Okay, no more. And just generally try and treat them a little bit, remember the respect, remember the cost that they have been to the school. They're a fantastic thing, and what we're doing with them is absolutely nuts good, but look after them. Anyway, enough. That's just about us finished. Mental Health Week. Remember that it's okay not to feel great, but the most important thing is that you do something about it if you don't feel great, that you talk to somebody. Anybody that you trust. Yeah, it's okay not to be okay. We all know that. Anyhow, have a fabulous weekend. Do stuff that makes you happy. Yep, turn off the Chromebooks, get outside, kick a ball around, do whatever it is you like to do. Walk your dog, play games, read a book, chill, relax, be with your families. And we will see you next week because it is the final week of the half term. Crazy. You've worked so hard, keep it up. We're nearly there. Know you're tired. But get some rest this weekend, and we'll see you bright and breezy next week. Goodbye.